Namaskar, myself Dr. Deepthi Bisht, Professor, Department of Kaya Chikitsa, Faculty of Ayurvedic Sciences, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. In today's session for class BMS 4th year, the topic we are going to discuss is acute respiratory distress syndrome. Basically, we are going to discuss its emergency management. Let's start the topic. As we know, acute respiratory distress syndrome or ARDS, previously known as shock lung, is a severe, life-threatening medical condition characterized by widespread inflammation in lungs. Although it can be triggered by a primary respiratory infection such as pneumonia, it is more often sequel of sepsis or significant trauma. ARDS is a disease of the lung parenchyma that leads to impaired gas exchange. It is associated with pulmonary cytokine release, impaired endothelial barriers, loss of surfactants, fluid accumulation in the distal air spaces, and fibrotic changes in lungs. Mortality rate varies based on disease severity and patient age. So, it is a life-threatening medical condition and characterized by the development of bilateral pulmonary infiltrates on chest radiograph and severe hypoxemia. Now, before management, some causes, conditions that can directly injure the lung and possibly lead to ARDS are breathing in smoke or poisonous chemicals, breathing in stomach contents while throwing up or aspiration, near drowning condition, pneumonia, severe acute respiratory syndrome, which is a lung infection. These are the conditions which can directly injure the lung. Conditions that can indirectly affect lungs and possibly lead to ARDS are bacterial blood infection or sepsis, drug overdose, having many blood transfusions, heart-lung bypass cases, infection or irritation of pancreas, as in cases of pancreatitis, severe bleeding from a traumatic injury, severe hit to the chest or head. So these conditions have most commonly linked to ARDS. Now symptoms which are usually seen, main symptoms are three. First one is rapid breathing, feeling like patient can't get enough air in the lungs, low oxygen levels in the blood, which can lead to organ failure, and symptoms such as rapid heart rate, abnormal heart rhythm, confusion, and extreme tiredness. Other symptoms can include the conditions which depends on the event that has caused ARDS. For example, if pneumonia is the cause, then symptoms may include chest pain and fever with another symptom. So, ARDS is characterized by a criteria, that is lung injury of acute onset within 1 week of an apparent clinical insult and with progression of respiratory symptoms. Bacterial opacities on chest imaging not explained by other pulmonary pathology such as pleural effusion, pneumothorax, or nodules. respiratory failure not explained by heart failure or volume overload, decreased arterial PaO2 FiO2 ratio. Diagnosis is usually made by chest X-ray, arterial blood gas analysis, complete blood count, and other blood tests, sputum culture, lung CT scan to look for fluid in lungs, any sign of pneumonia or other lung problems. ECG and 2D echo are also done to rule out heart failure as the cause. Management: patient who has ARDS is admitted to the hospital's intensive care unit. There is no specific treatment of ARDS. The goal is to support breathing and allow patient's lungs to heal. So this involves use of mechanical ventilators and supplemental oxygen. So our goal is adequate gas exchange with hemodynamic stability and identify and treat the precipitating causes. So for this, what we have to do, first step is reversal of hypoxemia, and this is usually carried out by mechanical ventilation. Aim should be to maintain PaO2 between 55 to 60 mmHg. Then infection, if present, should be controlled by the use of broad spectrum antibiotic therapy, and it should be started in the early phase of the disease. Treatment of precipitating cause should be done, and it should be done as early as and as best as possible. Appropriate management of fluid and electrolyte balance is very essential. It is coupled with judicious use of diuretics under care of central hemodynamic monitoring. So general measures which should be employed in ARDS situation. First one is exercise, respiratory and whole body exercise should be advised. Deep breathing in and out exercise to build lung strength, to increase lung volume and capacity. These exercises are very much important. Second is nutrition. There should be adequate calorie intake to attend the proper anabolism and to give strength to patient. Fluid administration should be maintained properly, and it should be optimally dry state condition. Emotional sleep is very important, as any kind of nervous tension or stress factor may precipitate the cause. Good sleep or proper sleep is also very much important, and it is necessary for proper recovery of the patient. There is no cure for ARDS at this time, so treatment is basically focuses on supporting the patient and giving proper time to the lung for healing. So, if we see some people who survive the condition can recover completely. Some patients may have lasting damage to their lungs and other health problems. Since ARDS happens when the lungs become severely inflamed from an infection or injury, and the inflammation causes fluid from nearby blood vessels to leak in the tiny air sacs in the lungs, making breathing increasingly difficult, and the lungs can become inflamed after pneumonia or severe flu. So these conditions should be visualized and proper preventive measures are taken as soon as possible. If we talk about the long-term sequelae of ARDS, they are commonly identified in the form of long-term cognitive impairment. There can be psychological morbidities. There can be neuromuscular weakness in some patients, or there may be pulmonary dysfunction, which is usually lifelong, and reduction in quality of life is also there. So it is very important to take all general measures or to adopt all the general measures after the acute attacks uh, have been treated well. So this was all about the management of acute respiratory distress syndrome. In next lecture, we will discuss some another emergency management. Namaskar. Have a nice day.